Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. This one's going to be a brief video. We'll be exploring Streamlit apps or Streamlit applications. To create a Streamlit application, you can navigate to projects, and under projects we have third tab as Streamlit. And once you click there, you'll be directed to this page, and here you can create a Streamlit app, or uh, you can create one from the repository. It totally depends on you based on your functionality and complexity of the Streamlit app. You can create it in-house on the Snowflake or from the Snowflake. Otherwise you can upload your app or deploy the app from your repository or from your ID by using Snow SQL commands, Snow CLI commands. So that's up to you and based on the complexity of the application. So let's quickly understand what Streamlit is. Streamlit is a Python framework designed for projects that are mostly data centric and AI ML. So at core, Streamlit is a front end API of Python, or a Python framework that allows us to create web interface to user or to show the underlying data to user. So this becomes our Streamlit app. It's a total front end, and behind the scenes we have a lot of programming in terms of procedures, tasks, and other stuff, and these things are getting performed on the data. So again, data is at the heart of the application. Second layer is the functional layer, where you have your procedures, tasks, or if you are using Python or Snowpark, then your functions are residing here. And lastly, the application interface, that is the front end that's visible to your users. So this is where Streamlit plays a key role. So this is where you create your Streamlit application. There you can get started with the Streamlit apps by creating your very first app. um, so the database is now right now not pointing to any specific database, and honor role is also not specified. If you specify this, then you might be able to see um, applications that are related to these roles, but in my case there are no Streamlit apps available at all. So I'm going to create one a default application from scratch. To get started, just click on this plus icon, Streamlit app, in the right hand corner, and once you click on this, it will ask you for the application title. um, let's call it something like my first Streamlit app. Location is Snowflake Learning DB. I'm not going to change this any soon. And lastly, the warehouse that we are using. And once you click the create button, it should it takes some time to get the application ready, and it directly takes you to the application. So this is what the code looks like. We have Streamlit imported, and everything is written in Python. So we are using Streamlit API in Python programming. So that's how the app is written. With a few imports, then an import for implementing Snowpark, and the other things like the title. This is the title of the application. What we have written as description and st.write function, creating a session for implementing Snowpark transformations, and lastly again few subheaders and data frame, which is right here in the tabular format. And this is how uh, a simple Streamlit app looks like. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And here is the Streamlit app.python file. The environment.yml file is what stores the metadata about the application. So the Python version that we are using, then the packages that are getting used in the Python, so Snowpark Python is one of the package, then we are using Streamlit, and ultimately Python and Snowflake. So this is how um, everything looks in the inner side, and lastly we have um, our databases on which the app is executing its procedures. And that's that. Let's go back to Streamlit Apps. This will form a list of the applications that are deployed so far. Um, this is the very first Streamlit application, and if I click here, then um, the application will take some time to get started. Boom! Now we have our application. One thing you need to uh, keep in mind is that you cannot have a separate link for this application to be accessed outside Snowflake. So you have to access it from within the Snowflake instance, or if you are using a different Snowflake instance, then there is something called private sharing or marketplace where you can make this application available. uh, I'll just quickly show you where it is. So from the data sharing option, within the data sharing you have something called private sharing. This private sharing is an option that it is a functionality that allows you to uh, make this application available to other Snowflake users as well. So this is how you share the application, or otherwise you can make it you can publish it over the marketplace, maybe internally or externally, for the wider audience. But yeah, that's how basically it works. And this is pretty interactive. If I just move this slider a bit, so based on the values that are pointed by the slider, the graph will change and the data will also change. So if you closely monitor, these values are also values also vary based on the slider where it stands. I take it a little high, then this values will change, and that will result into the changes in our bar chart. So that's how that's how a Streamlit app looks like. So that's everything for this video. uh, Hope you learn something new about the Snowflake and the Streamlit apps. And if you like this video, then give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you.